Underwater volcanoes, often called submarine volcanoes, are fascinating geological formations that erupt beneath the ocean's surface. Picture an eruption, but instead of spewing lava into the sky, it bubbles and hisses beneath vast stretches of water. This underwater setting dramatically changes how these volcanoes behave. The ocean itself becomes both a barrier and a stage for their dramatic bursts of molten rock and gases. These hidden giants are vital players in the Earth's tectonic dance, constantly shaping and reshaping underwater landscapes. The idea of living inside one? Intriguing, but let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. You see, underwater volcanoes mostly form where tectonic plates interact. Think of it as the Earth's crust, stretching, cracking, and sometimes crashing into itself. At mid-ocean ridges, plates slowly pull apart, making space for magma to push up and cool, building new ocean floor. In subduction zones, plates dive beneath one another, generating heat and creating volcanic activity. These volcanic factories dot our planet's ocean floors, responsible for creating towering seamounts, those massive underwater mountains that, when flattened by the ocean's waves, become gayos. And let's not forget hotspots, blazing plumes of heat from deep within the Earth that punch through the crust. The Hawaiian Islands? Born from just such a hotspot. It's an unstoppable process, one that shaped Earth for millions of years, and it's still going on under the sea. But what if, just for a moment, you imagined stepping inside an underwater volcano? Could you live there? The answer isn't as simple as just no, but we'll get to that. First, let's talk about what life would be like inside these deep-sea cauldrons. Life around these volcanoes, for instance, is nothing like what you'd expect. Extreme pressure is a constant. The deeper you go, the more the weight of the ocean bears down on you. It's like being squashed under the weight of a skyscraper. And then there's the heat. Near volcanic vents, temperatures soar due to the magma lurking beneath, but just a short distance away, the water remains freezing cold. That's quite the temperature roller coaster. Volcanic eruptions also release a cocktail of gases: sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, none of which are exactly conducive to breathing. Toxic gases swirl around, mixing with superheated water. Yet, despite all this, life persists. That's right. In one of the most extreme environments on Earth, thriving ecosystems exist. Around hydrothermal vents, essentially seafloor hot springs superheated by volcanic activity, life has adapted in ways that defy logic. These vents are magical. Crabs, shrimp, tube worms, and strange bioluminescent creatures call these places home. Their secret? Chemosynthesis. Instead of relying on sunlight for energy, these organisms convert chemicals from the vents into sustenance. It's an alien world down there, with life forms glowing like underwater stars, drifting through deep-sea blackness. But back to the question at hand. Could we, as humans, live inside one of these volcanoes? Unfortunately, the odds are stacked against us. Current technology isn't quite ready for such a challenge. Imagine the engineering required to withstand the crushing pressure, not to mention the toxic gases and extreme temperature shifts. Right now, we don't have the materials or the ability to create a structure that could survive in those conditions, let alone allow humans to live there comfortably. There's no reliable source of oxygen, no easy way to produce food, and energy is a massive hurdle. The cost alone of building such a habitat would be astronomical, but that doesn't mean it's impossible forever. Sure, living inside a volcano sounds like science fiction, but what if in the future we develop technology that makes it possible? While permanent habitation might be out of reach for now, these underwater volcanoes are ripe for exploration. Scientists are eager to study them for what they can tell us about the Earth's inner workings. There are minerals to be harvested, new forms of life to be discovered, and geological processes to understand. Imagine the thrill of exploring a completely alien world right here on Earth, where every dive could reveal something new about our planet's past, or perhaps its future. And then there's the strange beauty of it all. Some of the organisms living near these vents glow with their own light, a bioluminescent spectacle that turns the inky darkness into a twinkling underwater show. Volcanic eruptions can be so intense that they occasionally break through the ocean's surface, creating entirely new islands. The creation of Surtsey, near Iceland, in the 1960s is a prime example. A volcanic event so powerful it birthed a whole new landmass. The very forces that make life inside an underwater volcano so difficult are the same ones that keep our planet alive and dynamic. And don't forget about the role these volcanoes play in the Earth's carbon cycle. When they erupt, they release carbon dioxide, but they also trap it, sequestering it beneath the ocean floor in ways that could be crucial for understanding climate change. It's a delicate balance, and one that humans are just starting to scratch the surface of. The real adventure lies in exploration. Each underwater volcano is a mystery waiting to be unraveled. We've barely mapped these deep-sea giants, let alone explored their potential. The question might not be whether we can live inside an underwater volcano, but what secrets they hold for us to discover. Could these fiery underwater mountains reveal new ways to harness the Earth's energy? Or perhaps show us how life can adapt to even the most hostile conditions? In the end, living inside an underwater volcano isn't practical now, but who knows what the future holds. For now, these places remain enigmatic, dangerous, and wildly beautiful. They're reminders of how little we still understand about our own planet. Hidden beneath the waves, they continue to shape the Earth in ways we can barely comprehend. And while we may never set up a home there, the knowledge and discoveries waiting inside these deep-sea volcanoes may one day change the way we live above them.